there, music lovers, and welcome back to the Woodshed. So a week or two ago, I went up to South Dakota with Mr. Gary Levox of Rascal Flatts. We did a cool gig. It was Neil Thrasher and Kelly Lovelace, killer songwriters. They've written songs for Brad Paisley and Kenny Chesney and all kinds of superstars in the country music genre. And we did a little singer-songwriters in a round kind of thing. And for those of you that don't know what that is, basically you kind of set up the chairs on stage in like this nice little horseshoe, and the songwriters kind of play a few songs, go back and forth, and then they had Gary come out and we did all the big Rascal Flatts hits and smashes and some of Gary's stuff off his new album. So when I say we, I mean myself playing acoustic guitar and Travis Toy playing the dobro. That was the house band. So that led some unique challenges into the set list because there's some massive songs like Fast Cars and Freedom, Life is a Highway, things like that are big rock tunes, Summer Nights, things like that you have to figure out a clever way to make it make sense in an acoustic environment. Now there was one song in particular that was really deceptive. I was not expecting it to be harder than it was to do in that format. And that is God Bless the Broken Road. You're probably thinking, well, Andy, that's super easy. It's in the key of C. Any high school freshman could just blast through that with no problem at all. On piano, it's one thing because you're playing the downbeats in the left hand, right? And you're playing the push, the upbeats, in the right hand, right? So the way a lot of guys play this song that I've seen at bars and various clubs is they're playing like, and they just kind of what I call simple strum it, right? The reality is the left hand plays all these downbeats. And the melody in the right hand has this push sound. See how it like pushes the beat? Okay, so to play those at the same time on the guitar, it's way harder than it looks. I want you to grab that pick. We're going to be a left-handed piano player in the pick, and then the right hand of the piano player in the middle finger. It's a unique challenge, and it's a little harder than you would expect. Roll it. Alright, so let's take a look here at Broken Road as an example of this left hand on the piano, right hand on the piano thing. So things can get really awkward on the guitar when you're splitting rhythms, okay? So imagine you're having to do downbeats in your left hand and upbeats on your right. For example, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And it pushes like that, right? And in the left hand, pretend that my bass string is piano. It's going to be straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Like that, okay? So here's where the guitar gets a little deceptive in the difficulty. This is a simple song that any like high school student can play on the piano. I don't mean that derogatory to high school students. There's plenty of them that are freak shows. What I'm saying is it doesn't require Oscar Peterson level chops to play this, right? It's in the key of C, simple, straightforward. When I went to play this in South Dakota a week or two ago, I realized that it's deceptively difficult in the right hand. So let's walk through what's happening. Do the bass line first. So we're going to walk up diatonic in the key of C. So we're starting on that E note. So it looks a lot like this, right? Like on up the guitar if you were just to keep going, right? So let's take those notes one at a time. E, F, G, A. Really simple, right? And then the F chord, G chord, C. And it's all on the downbeats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Now let's add in that top part that's the melody line here. Right? So you got to play this G chord, or the G note, on top of the C. And I'm going to use my middle finger resting on that high E string. And I'm going to start arpeggiating things. By that, it's not like Yngwie arpeggios. It's just playing through the chord tones to create that rolling sound, right? You want to have this kind of rolling lushness. The way a piano player might have some like lush rolling notes in between the actual chords that are being played, you know. Like a very simple way to do it. Let's add in the complicated part. This is where it starts to getting towards like you're rubbing your stomach and patting your head at the same time. So we're going to play pushes in the middle finger and then downbeats in the pick. I'm going to do it really slow here. Listen to just the first line. Just get that much of it, right? So that's the hard part where you're playing and it's in between. That one more time. I'm watching myself over here so I can make sure I'm teaching it right. That's the trick right there. It's like both, and that's how I'm playing it. So both, and that's the turnover where the downbeats and the up are in between each other. Now for me, I find it really natural to play where I'm playing the arpeggiation and the push with the pick. So I'm having a push in the middle finger, push, push, and then I use my middle finger right here to play that little line. It's like a little hammer-on, really. So both, and then I hammer on that third note. So one more time. One more time. I'm going to do it really slow. So you can see every note that's happening. I'm going to call the pushes. Push, 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 push. And now we're back to the F. And there's a push in between the F and the G. Push, open E. And on that chord, it's a really nice chord. I'm playing a sus right there. It's like a sus4 where I'm playing a G chord. And then there's a C in it. So it's like a suspension up to that fourth. So one more time. And that's how I'm doing it. All right. Let's try it one more time. So as you can see, this is something that's very deceptive, right? Like it's one thing, most players that would want to play this will play, and they're pushing everything, pushing all the bass notes, right? And it's not played like that. It's played with the bass notes on a downbeat, right? Right, so let's do it together one more time. 1, 2, buckle your shoe. Just like that. So now you can see how learning some of these piano parts can be super beneficial for your guitar playing, and also if you're just kind of backing up a singer and being that like auxiliary guy that's just supposed to make things sound lush when you don't have a piano player, right? Hope you dig that. All right, thank you guys for hanging out this week in the Woodshed. I hope you found that informative. It's a great tune. I'm sure at some point, if you have to play a wedding, it might be called. So it's a nice little thing to have on deck. Nice little parlor trick for your playing. If you want more lessons and videos and exclusive content, please jump over to andywoodmusic.com. Over there I've got things for sale like Axe FX3 patches, I've got chicken picking courses, alternate picking and shred courses, all available via TrueFire and JamPlay and companies like that. Full transcriptions and tabs at andywoodmusic.com. Now if you're looking to take your playing to the next level, go to patreon.com/andywoodmusic. There I've got hundreds of lesson videos. I do a weekly live Zoom masterclass, so you can chime in with other guitar players from all across the world and take part in our weekly live masterclass. It's a lot of fun. We listen to music, we do Q&A, we talk about tone and gear and all that kind of good stuff. Of course, there's tons of transcriptions, there's tons of lesson videos and things like that over on Patreon as well. You can help keep the channel going. Without you guys, I couldn't keep making these videos. So please check out patreon.com/andywoodmusic, get subscribed over there and get access to all of those exclusive goodies. We'll see y'all next week.